Let's look at the Australian Bureau of Statistics. This is for the period 2020, deaths in Australia. Key statistics. There were 161,300 registered deaths in 2020, a decrease of 8,000 since 2019. But hang on, 2020 was a pandemic, and pandemic usually means a lot more people are dying, but here it states there was 8,000 less in 2020 as compared to 2019. Very interesting. The standardised death rate decreased to 4.9 deaths from 5.3 in 2019. Well, so we average 160,000 deaths a year in Australia. Right now it's October the 13th, 2021. So we've been 19 months into this pandemic. So if you use your math, 160,000 in 12 months, that equates to 240,000 people that have died in Australia. 240,000 people have died in Australia, I repeat, in the last 19 months during this pandemic. 240,000. Just so remember that. I'll bring it up again as I go through here. Let's just scroll down here. I want to actually pinpoint a particular state. We have here states and territories deaths registered. The Northern Territory, virtually exactly the same figure, 219 and 220, which is 1,142, 1,141. So roughly 1,100 people die every year in the Northern Territory, as you can see, 219 and 220, both 1,100. So remember that as well. So now we go to the Australian Government Department of Health. These are the statistics for coronavirus cases and deaths ever since March 2020. You can see here, total deaths is 1,461. 1,461. And what did we say? 240,000 Australians have died in that time. So we are comparing 1,400 to 240,000. But you got to remember, it's been a pandemic. I read somewhere coronavirus deaths are listed as 38th for deaths in Australia. Number 38. Once again, 1,461 as compared to 240,000. So let's go to Australia, state and territories. As you can see here, Northern Territory, 216 cases, 0 deaths. 0 deaths in 19 months in this pandemic. 0 deaths, so they got no problem there. No one's dying in the Northern Territory. So, as we showed before, 1,100 people die yearly in the Northern Territory. 1,100 people, 0 deaths in 19 months from coronavirus. So, I'm not sure what they show on the news every day. Do they have COVID like we have here in Melbourne and Sydney? When there's been 0 deaths in 19 months, I don't know. Wouldn't have a clue. But if you've got 0 deaths in 19 months, when there's 1,000 other deaths from other diseases, I can't imagine any news would even mention the C word. All right, so there it is. This is from their statistics. Surely this video can't be removed because all I'm showing is the Australian government statistics. I'm not doing medical misinformation. I'm just showing everyone what's there to be seen. So, breaking news from ABC. Northern Territory government sets November 12 deadline. So that's, a month away for COVID-19 vaccine mandates. The Northern Territory government has issued a legal direction mandating workers in a broad range of settings receive their COVID-19 vaccine within a month. In a press conference on Wednesday, Chief Minister Michael Gunner said the mandate covered all public-facing roles, including those likely to come into contact with a vulnerable person. The mandate also includes workers involved in essential infrastructure, food or essential goods, security or supply, or logistics in the Northern Territory, the government said. These workers will be required to have received at least one dose by November 12 and a second by December 24. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Day before Christmas. Those who do not comply will not be permitted to attend their workplace and could face a $5,000 fine if they do, according to the government. So here we have it. 0 deaths, I repeat, 0 deaths in 19 months. So there's just nothing happening there. But the government has mandated the vaccine for everyone in the state within a month, or face a $5,000 fine and loss of your job. So do you really think, once again, this is all about health, the virus? Really? 0 deaths, and yet the government is forcing everyone to get the Vaseline by November the 12th or face loss of job and maybe $5,000 fine. Northern Territory. I mean, honestly, I'll leave it at that. If you can't see this by now, well, no hope for you. Sorry.